Welcome to day 52 of a dish a day, where I'm attempting to upload a new recipe every day for a year. Sometimes you've got to keep yourself on your toes and think outside the box. So let's make a beef and Guinness burrito. Start by roughly dicing one large onion, or in my case, some shallots, because I've got shit tons of them and I need them gone. We'll rough dice on some carrots. If you need a very fine mince on your garlic, here's a really handy tip. Give them a little bit of a crush. Sprinkle a tiny amount of flaky sea salt. Using the edge of your knife, crush and drag. Even though I call this a mince, I would call it more of a paste, and it's still very handy. Now let's talk beef. Your beef is going to be cooking for about 2.5 to 3 hours, so you want something that's good in low and slow environment. I'm choosing to go with beef shin. Beef shin is lean, it's got a lot of connective tissue. I've got my beef shin on the bone, which means this marrow here is going to melt into our sauce and it's going to be stunning. Liberally season both sides of your beef shin before getting it into a hot pan and browning on both sides. Once your beef is lovely and seared off, remove from the pan and set aside, and get in your carrots and your shallots before frying off for a few minutes. Add your garlic, add your tomato paste, cook off your tomato paste for about 3 to 4 minutes. Add a half a teaspoon of dried thyme, 500 milliliters of Guinness. Let simmer for a few minutes before adding 300 milliliters of beef stock. Add your shin back to your sauce and accidentally make this noise. Get into a preheated oven that's set to 140 degrees for 2.5 to 3 hours. Steam some rice, add some coriander and lime, give that a mix. Now we're going to take the beef out, we're going to pull the beef, we're then going to skim the fat and bring it all together. What I will advise though, we're going to be left with a bone, and that bone is going to have marrow in it. I would advise mixing some of that marrow through your sauce. It's absolutely gorgeous. That marrow can also be spread on toast and it is stunning. I'm just going to eat it with a spoon. Trim some of the excess fat off your broth, but I would advise leaving a little bit there. Let your beef cool for a little bit before pulling it, but it is easier to do while warm. Get that into your sauce, give that a mix, and then heat some black beans with a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Heat your tortilla wrap to make it more pliable, and then pile up your rice, your beef, your black beans, grated sharp cheddar, some sour cream, and then try and roll your burrito as tight as possible. You may lose some, that's okay. Get that seam side down in a hot pan just to toast up. Wrap in foil, and here's a little tip. Let it sit for a few minutes in the foil. It makes it lovely and soft. Don't forget to drop me a follow if you like my content, and I'll catch you on the next one.